I'm the Origami Foodie, and I'm talking to you today about my cookbook club. This month, we reviewed the Pioneer Woman Come and Get It. Simple, scrumptious recipes for crazy busy lives. Okay, so this was kind of a funny one to do. Funny because I blog, and she's a blogger. Not so much that, but I didn't expect us to actually review this, or I didn't expect the person who picked it to review. In our cookbook club, how it works is whoever hosts is the one who picks the cookbook for that month. And this month we had B. She was our host, and B is our resident chef. She not only knows, well, she's our resident pastry chef, I should say. She's a pastry chef. Her husband runs restaurants. They are food people, if there are food people out there. And so I always expect her, because I don't know why, it's a ridiculous expectation. I expect her to pick cookbooks with kind of weird, unique things I don't know about, or stuff I won't understand, or to be way more complicated. But she wanted to review The Pioneer Woman. I was all for it. So we're doing it. And it was surprising. It was kind of cool. It helped me discover that the human condition is really the same for all of us. Now, you're not going to really understand when I tell you that, but B just had her second baby. So she works full time, she has kids, little kids, and she wanted to review Pioneer Woman because one, she figured Pioneer Woman has some good family-friendly kid recipes, and two, these were fast recipes for people on the go who can't stop a long time to make food, but want to make food, because obviously she's a chef. She wants to make food for her family. She doesn't want to feed them restaurants. I've even asked her a million times, what's your favorite restaurant in town? And she always like, I don't really eat out because really good food is really expensive. So we looked at the Pioneer Woman, and it does turn out most of these recipes are fast. Some of them were a little slow, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about each recipe that we did. So one of the first ones I've got marked is the Thai chicken wraps. Yum! So good. Okay, honestly, you could skip most everything that went in it, and I shouldn't say skip everything that went in it, but the peanut sauce is a must. You could probably throw that peanut sauce on a plain wrap with plain chicken and you would still love it. But all the accoutrements, very important. It was an easy recipe. It doesn't make a whole ton. It says only 4 servings. So keep that in mind. It's kind of funny when a woman who makes food for cattle hands or something, well, I don't know if she actually does do that or not, but I think she does. Gives you a recipe for 4 people. Okay, next one, turkey mini meatloaves. Okay, this has got to be a favorite by like every little girl or boy who just loves baby-sized stuff. I mean, I know that my daughter would eat baby carrots, but wouldn't eat regular carrots, and wanted to always eat baby this and baby that. You know, it was just better. So mini turkey meatloaves, baby meatloaves. They were really yummy. They were super moist, almost moist to the point like I was worried they were going to fall apart a lot. But what I loved about this recipe is she has this great hack. Normally, making meatloaves, such a pain, because I never have breadcrumbs on hand. So I always have to toast bread and pulverize it in the food processor and then put it in. And then I always make way too much or way too little or something. I never get it right. But she has you just put the bread totally untoasted, unbreadcrumbed on the meat, pour the milk on it, let it all soak together. So very cool hack on that one. All right, next recipe, meat pies. Now she makes these ones super fast by using refrigerated, or I should say frozen bread dough rolls. And that's what makes the pie part on the outside. So we felt the proportion of bread to meat was heavy on the bread, low on the meat. But otherwise, I thought it was pretty good. And again, baby food, it's like a little baby pie, so the kids will love that. And none of her recipes are super spicy. She lives, I think, in Oklahoma, so that tells you how spicy this is gonna be. So very kid friendly. I think her version of spice is chili powder and dashes of red pepper flakes. So if you were expecting something like my Guy Fieri cookbook review that I did, no, this is not crazy flavors and crazy spices. Okay, this is the one that I made, the chicken legs and 40 cloves of garlic sheet pan supper. I totally wanted to try out her sheet pan suppers because it's not something I've made very many times, where you just throw everything on a pan, stick it in the oven, cook it for a while, and bam, you've got veggies, you've got meats. It's all there on this one pan. So I love that concept. Great speed hack, but blah. Okay, you just season the chicken with some lemon and some salt and pepper. It's not very flavorful. Now, she did have you use all chicken drumsticks. Super win in my opinion, because it's my favorite part. I'm a dark meat person. If you are not a dark meat person, sorry. You can use any part of the chicken you want. It's not really that big a deal. Just try and keep the measurement probably the same to match all the ratios. The cloves of garlic that you put on the side, they get roasted in the process, and then you spread them on bread. And that was okay. I've just prefer the roasted garlic. These ones, maybe it's because I live in a dry climate, they got kind of a shell on them, like a tough outside from baking, and you couldn't spread them really. So that's an okay. Not my favorite recipe in this cookbook, but it was still all right. Okay, this is one we didn't try at Cookbook Club, but I made at home, and this is the steak and bell pepper sheet pan supper. Okay, this is when we admit, I of course didn't make it with steak. I made it with elk because I have a freezer full of elk. It was good though. I mean, how could it not be good? You put like big gobs of butter on the top while you're cooking it, and you cook, as my husband loves it, it's cooked to a kind of a medium rare. So you have a nice juicy inside, which works really good with elk. Elk easily overcooks. Trust me, I've done it a million times. So it was good, and it was super easy. And the bell peppers, like the butter and the fats from your meat, sink down into your bell peppers and your onions, and then they kind of cook and bake in that. So what's not to love, right? And it was fast. In fact, this was faster than the chicken, because the chicken had to cook for like 40 minutes because boned in chicken. This one cooked really, really fast. So this was a super hack fest kind of thing. Okay, oh, I love tea. She's so awesome. She made the milk chocolate mousse. Oh, Jessica's wonderful for doing that. It was so good. Oh, that's when I should now mention these things. Okay, see how all these recipes have like pictures of every single step? We liked it and we didn't like it. There were times that were like, ooh, that was really helpful to see how she cut that. It makes more sense. Other times, like when we're told to temper eggs, it's just a picture of eggs sitting in a bowl. Not really a useful photo, but that's her style. It's like her blog. You get photo pictures with everything. And hey, if you're new to cooking, it helps. All right. Oh, this is one that I tried at home but I did bring it for my cookbook club to have. I had to freeze them because I made them a week earlier, but I don't think that affected anything. The potato chip cookies. So it's essentially a chocolate chip cookie recipe that you're adding kettle chips into. You add them into the dough, and then you roll the dough in them. You can totally skip that. Somehow I picked the gross recipes on this one, but everybody else's recipes, yum, 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 yum. And the best recipe made the cover of the cookbook. See right there? That is the garlic cheese bread loaf. If you make that, just there's a reason it made the cover. So delicious. It's like this 3 or 4 cheese blend, and it comes out hot from the oven, and you don't have to make the bread. You buy the loaf, okay? That makes it super easy. So good. But if you make it, put it on the table, grab your 3 pieces, because when you come back, there's nothing but crust. Trust me. It was so delicious. Again, there's a reason it makes the front page of this. Overall, we decided that Pioneer Woman Cookbook, awesome cookbook for a few simple things. 1, if you want quick recipes with basic grocery ingredients that you can probably pick up at just about any grocer, she is your woman. 2, we also decided this is a great gifting cookbook. Gifting to people who are either young and don't know how to cook very well yet, but just started their family and kind of need to get some, comfort food recipes into their repertoire. Or I personally think it's a great mother-in-law gift, because if you don't know what to get your mother-in-law, you want to get her a cookbook that's not going to be offensive, not going to be bothersome, but is friendly and happy. And the Pioneer Woman is friendly and happy because she says all the most hilarious things, like with this cheese bread, she says something like, stuff it till it can't handle it or till it falls apart, or I don't know. She has funny little phrases with everything. And they'll also really love that there's little sections and everything with pictures of her family, telling you stuff. She loves her family, so it's great. But again, this cookbook taught me that even when somebody's a really great chef, sometimes they're just looking for a way to feed their family, feed them fast, and make it hearty and pleasant and yummy, even if they are a chef, just like me. I do it, you do it, we all do it. We all just want to get dinner on the table. We know how valuable it is, and sometimes you just want to look at a cookbook to do it. So give the Pioneer Woman Come and Get It a look.